All right, welcome. I'm here with Manny Vivero. Manny, I have your consent to record. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Welcome, welcome. This is our first episode of the alumni sessions. So do me a favor, start out, introduce yourself, let me know who you are, your graduating year, and what you're currently doing.
Yeah, so my name is Manuel Vivero. I graduated last year. I was in the class of 2021, and I'm attending IE University in Madrid, Spain, and I'm studying international relations.
That's awesome. Excellent to hear. Tell me about your experience from the moment that you graduated to where we are right now.
Yeah, so from the moment I graduated, I would say I have had probably the best experience ever. I would say that I have learned so much about myself and from others because I have been introduced to so many different cultures and people from literally every corner of the world. I study with people from all countries, people who speak easily three languages, and what's it called? We're being taught, like in my school, we're being taught by professors that have degrees from like the best schools in the whole world. We're talking about Harvard, Oxford. Um, they also taught at these schools, so they're professors as there as well. And they also work. So for example, some teachers still work like at the UN or well, my economics professor worked for the World Bank. So that's awesome. The connections that you make here are insane. It's very helpful if you're looking to go into business. I mean, it's a crazy um, exposure. It gives every student a chance to to grow a lot because of the connections that the school has. Um, my school also has weekly sessions with UN and UN diplomats, officials that come to our school to speak. And the King of Spain actually inaugurated our school at the beginning of the year.
Wow, that's
Um,
awesome.
and just I think it was about like a month and a half ago, the president of the DR was here touring our campus in Madrid because our tower is the fourth largest tower in Madrid. It's a um what's it called, a skyscraper.
Very
so
cool.
uh so yeah, no, so it's really really cool. And For example, my friend group consists of people from five different countries, mainly Latin America and Europe. My I have friends from France, Argentina, República Dominicana, um, Romania, Russia, everywhere. Super
Wow,
cool. Yeah,
that's
so I
great.
would
That's great to
say,
hear. It's a tremendous
yeah, so
experience.
yeah. No, so I would say I have gotten the best experience compared to an education in the US, 100%. And yeah,
That's great. So I think part of our intention in having these sessions is to get some feedback from you, sort of some words of wisdom or some insight that you could provide some students that are where you were last year. I have a few questions in that regard. What can you say has prepared you the most for life after high school, and maybe in what way did you feel the least prepared?
yeah. So definitely, I would say what best prepared me for like life after high school, I would say um, integration with um, like clubs, and also like for example like work wise, like I would say definitely taking AP classes because workload is way harder than high school, and the grading is also much harder. um, but um, but yeah, I would say um, clubs helped a lot because you're always integrated with people, being friend no, like just like integrating with more people. So when I came here, it was easy for me to make friends, just join clubs, just being proactive,
Okay.
and I would say what uh, I would say I felt least prepared because I didn't take more AP classes, and the fact that I spent like 2 years in quarantine, like, and
Yeah.
Basically
Yeah.
the reality is no one really studied or did work. So when I came to uni, it just yeah, I was not prepared to do my own work. But
Right. Right.
I
Right.
definitely like taking AP courses because especially people in my school all come from the IB like curriculum. So everyone is like super smart, you know, like everyone's
Right.
super
Right.
ready.
What
Um,
courses did you take while you were at Wayne Valley? Did you feel were the most beneficial now that you're as a college student? You
I
said the
took
APs, right?
yeah, so I took AP language, AP government, AP geography, AP what else did I take? I'm blanking out right now. But I would definitely say the APs in like language and government on like politics and all that definitely helped me a lot because since I'm studying international relations,
Right.
it has all to do, you know, with that.
Right. Right.
So that definitely helped me so much. Just with
Excellent.
like being able to write a good essay, you know,
Yeah.
and also being on top of like history, like
Current events, stuff like that.
it's yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's crucial and to understand all the different laws and just politics, like in international
Right.
relations, is really crucial. Yeah.
So we
So that
know
definitely helped
that
me.
that transition from high school to college obviously can be challenging. When we talk about learning style or time management or the routine that maybe you have had, did you have to adapt any of those, or which of those did you have to adapt the most or change the most?
Yeah, well, I would say time management is key, like in uni, 100%. If you don't have good time management, you're not going to do good because, you know, everyone at the beginning, they want to go to parties, they want to meet new people and have fun. And yeah, 100% have fun. But also uh, you have to manage your time wisely. You know, just
Right.
don't. You can't be going out every weekend. You know, I mean, here in Madrid, they go out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like every day of the week.
Right.
But yeah, you have to say no. I'm not gonna go out. Plus, you know, like during the week, you have to be responsible. That's the word I wanted to use. Responsible.
Right. Right.
Um, so yeah, I would have to say uh, that you would have to manage your time wisely. Even though I struggle with that myself, but it's a learning progress. You know,
Yeah.
it's a
Absolutely.
learning
Absolutely.
progress.
One last thought: if you had words of wisdom to share with the current students that are where you were last year, what would it be?
Yeah. So I actually I wrote down a good amount that I want to
Okay.
go over because you know, coming to Europe um, to study may not be on everyone's mind, but I have a lot to say in regards to it because I think it's an amazing opportunity, amazing decision. I'm so happy I did it, and not for 1 second I regret it. So I'd like to start off by like when I was in your shoes and deciding whether to stay in the U.S. or not. I felt lost because I wasn't sure what was the right choice. Um, for one, yes, you're far from family, but you should never let that stop you because you should get used to stepping out of your comfort zone. And at the end of the day, everything is a risk. So you shouldn't feel scared nor think that it's crazy to go study in a different continent. I mean, that's what life is about, just taking risks and getting out of your comfort zone. So I was definitely proud and happy that I got out of my comfort zone and I came here to Madrid because it's awesome.
Excellent.
And second, you may stay in the U.S. Yeah, you may stay in the U.S. because you get financial aid or not, but to study in Europe, it's so much cheaper, and you can get just a good education or better uh, education than in the U.S. And the thing is that at the end of the day, what depends on having a good lifestyle or not is the connections you have. And I can assure you that staying in the U.S., it's way harder. I mean, because of the school that you'll go to, it's like harder to find good connections. Whereas here in my school, everyone has amazing connections. So I think that's really important to keep in mind as well.
Well, I appreciate your perspective, Manny. I'm really glad that you're doing so well. I appreciate you also taking out the time. I know we have a bit of a time delay, so I appreciate you making time out of the day to sort of give some back to some of the students that are here that maybe can look at your story and maybe gain some perspective and maybe also empower them to make some decisions in their lives to take some risks. So again, awesome.
100%.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No, thank you, Mr. Paul.